Welcome back. This is the second video of 4. I hope you're starting to recognize some of the new characters on site. This video provides instruction on how to properly write all of the characters for today. Let us begin with U. U is 3 strokes. The first stroke is the little mark on top, just like the hiragana U. The second stroke is that short stroke on the left side. And the third stroke is the hu stroke that we use so much in katakana. Shall we try this together? Here we go. Stroke 1, stroke 2, and stroke 3. U. How can we remember this? Have you ever been hit in the stomach by a baseball? You kind of go, ooh, or ooh. Our next character is te. Te is 3 strokes. The first 2 strokes are the horizontal strokes. Notice that the second stroke is longer than the first. They both stop, and the third stroke is that small stroke going down, and it tails to the left. So let's try this together. The first stroke goes across, followed by the second stroke, and the third stroke tails to the left, te. To remember this one, you might think of using a telescope to see a shooting star. Our next character is going to be ya. Ya is 2 quick strokes. The first stroke, just like the hiragana ya, is the hook stroke. It goes across and down and tails to the left, and then the second stroke goes down through the first stroke in approximately a right angle. It stops. So let's try this one together. Stroke 1 goes across and down, and stroke 2 crosses it at a right angle. Ya. If you're really creative, you can see an ear and a horn of a yak or a yak. Ya, yak. Our next character will be you. You is 2 quick strokes. The first stroke is kind of the miniature hu stroke, only it stops, and then the second stroke is the stroke across the bottom. That should be easy enough. Let's try this together. Stroke 1 goes across and down, kind of like the hu stroke, and stroke 2 goes across the bottom, you. For me, the easy way to remember this is that you represents 1 unit. You haven't seen this character yet, but you will in the next video. And our final character for today is o. Don't be fooled by this one. It's actually 3 strokes. So the first stroke is not the hu stroke. The first 2 strokes are those horizontal strokes, and they both stop. And then the third stroke goes down the outside, tailing down to the left. So let's try this one together. Stroke 1 across the top is longer than stroke 2, and then stroke 3 goes down and tails to the left. O. To be honest with you, the only time you'll actually see this character is when someone is yelling in a manga. However, you still need to remember it, so just think of a bo and arrow. And since we learned te, we can add the dakuten and get another character. So let's do that really quick. We'll do our 2 horizontal strokes really quick. Our third stroke tails down to the left, add the dakuten, and we get de. Easy enough? All right, so let's take a look at our katakana table. Here is our katakana table, and at this point, these are all the characters that we know. That is pretty much all of them. Oh, but wait, remember, there are a few more characters. This is the Dakuten and Han Dakuten table, and at this point, we know this many. Okay, now today we are going to add another table, but we'll wait for video 3 to do that. For now, let's talk about some familiar topics. We did learn some katakana that looked very similar to their hiragana counterparts. For example, u looks a lot like u, so it should be easy to memorize. Also, ya looks a lot like ya. Again, it should make that easy to memorize. We also have more katakana to add to that list of characters that are easily confused. For example, wa looks an awful lot like u, just a little tick mark at the top. But if we're not careful, that can look an awful lot like ra. Now I'm bringing back yo here because many people, when they first start writing o, don't gradually take the line down the right side. They kind of sharply turn it and it ends up looking like yo. But on top of that, if you take that second stroke and it crosses over that third stroke, it starts to look like nu. And of course, nu looks like su. So these are all characters that can be easily mistaken if we're not careful when we draw them. So at this point in time, you are going to stop and answer a few questions and come back to video 3.